Okay. Do you want to give an introduction to yourself here? Or?
Yeah, man, my name is Jackson Hunter. I'm an independent musician based out of LA, and I got into the stock market last year, October of 2020. Found out about the AMC movement in January and just saw the corruption and had to do my research. Put out a video February 27th, and now I have notoriety on the internet.
Interesting. So I think people are asking, do you lift?
Not at all.
You've never lifted anything ever, or?
Oh no, I used to play football, so I used to lift a
Okay.
lot, but that was 10 years ago. I
Okay.
I do cardio.
That's good. That's good. So what's the most you've ever lifted?
I benched 210 when I was a junior in high school.
That's amazing. Did you need a spotter for that?
Yeah, I'm sure I had a spotter for a max. Yeah.
Could you give me the contact info just to verify that you did bench 210 for your
His name
spotter?
was his name was
You don't need to say that. It's just a joke. What
Yeah,
was
I
your
know.
first investment?
First investment, man, I started with options. Let me try and think. That's a great question. I think it was I know the first couple. STLD, Steel Dynamics. Corsair Gaming. Um, let's see, OXY, and I think maybe Fastly, FSLY.
Okay. So you started right off with options.
Yeah,
How did you feel comfortable doing that?
because I was part of a Discord. I paid $9 or like $8 a week, and I was being educated. And I didn't know that it was a high risk situation. I just knew that you could leverage your money, and I didn't have a lot of money. And so it was a great experience, and it taught me a lot. And then once I got out of that and just transitioned to mainly shares in January, I was like, wait, this is like risky the whole time.
So now you're mostly shares, or you still have options with the AMC and GameStop?
Yeah, with AMC and GameStop, I'm mostly shares, but I have been playing options on AMC and GameStop so that I can buy more shares.
Yeah. What was your first instrument?
Guitar.
Do you play anything else besides guitar? Or?
I sing and I can play bass and
Yeah.
I rap and produce.
Yeah. Do you ever feel self-conscious being a white rapper?
No.
Okay. That's cool. Could you tell me about living on Franklin Ave with 30 people in Los Angeles?
Yeah, man. Moved down as soon as I graduated college and moved smack dab into the heart of Hollywood, right off Hollywood Boulevard, Franklin Ave. The house was actually torn down because some shady
Good.
stuff went on in there. But it was basically a gigantic hostel with 30 people, 6 people in each room, bunk beds, 3 bunk beds in each room. It was really a weird situation. And I stayed there for a month because, I didn't have any connections and I had
Yeah.
no money. So I did what I had to do. But I did meet this guy, Jeff, and my hat is off to Jeff Briley. If you're watching this, he's the one who gave me that little push to start performing anywhere and everywhere. And that led to a lot of doors opening for me.
Nice. Very nice. Were you in bands in high school?
Yeah, I was in a band called Carpool. I played bass and I sang.
What kind of music was it?
Pop rock, pop punk.
Yeah. What do you listen to nowadays?
I listened to Kevin Gates, Mayday Parade, Raz Simone, myself,
Do you listen to
Kendrick,
yourself?
J. Cole, Brand New, Taking Back Sunday.
Nice. That's a pretty eclectic mix there. Um, so after, I guess, you had your first investments that I asked you about. How did you come across AMC and GameStop, and how did you first find this out, and what made you go into it?
I came across it the way that most people did. I saw it in the news that Robinhood stopped the buying orders, and I had never seen. And before that, I was working at a law firm, so I'd seen a lot of illegal things go on. And I had never seen anything that illegal in my entire life. I mean, they literally stopped people from becoming billionaires just because they couldn't stand losing to the little guy. So I found out about it around January 27th when it happened, and then I invested shortly thereafter because I saw that the movement was so big, and the apes were not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So it was, me and Short the Vix talk about this, a YouTuber, a great YouTuber. We talk about this all the time. Like, we're not just in this for the views. Like, I'm in AMC because it's such a low risk, high reward play,
Yeah. I've seen some of your videos about your struggles with drugs and alcohol and anxiety, and I think they're great. And I think you should pursue those types of videos as well because they're just fantastic. But has investing in these volatile stocks been difficult for someone with anxiety?
No, it's been the opposite. I actually thrive in high risk scenarios. Like, being on stage, I want the entire world to watch me while I'm performing. That's the only time I feel comfortable. And everyone else thinks it's like the biggest, like, people are more afraid to speak in front of people than they are afraid to die. Studies actually show that. And I feel most comfortable in high risk situations. Maybe that's because my childhood, I haven't really figured it out, but like, I feel anxious when most people don't, and I feel comfortable when most people don't as well. So like, and especially I'm up quite a bit of money on AMC, so I have nothing to fret about.
Yeah. Yep. I was sort of not day trading, but like swing trading AMC at first, and it was stupid to do. I've always had sort of more faith in GameStop, which, why do you think AMC has become sort of more mainstream than GameStop? And also, why are you more into AMC than GameStop?
For the first question, it's because it was more accessible. Like, you can buy fractional shares of GameStop if you wanted to, and you would still make the same monetary value on your trade. But I think most people, it's like so much of the stock market is psychological. So they see that it's, $10 a share versus 180 or $200 a share, whatever GameStop was at the time. And so it was more accessible. It was more accessible to the common man. This is a working class movement. This is not rich people. This is people that, don't have a whole lot of money at the end of the day, after they get paid. And so it was just more accessible psychologically. And then second, why I'm in it, that was the same reason I was in it. I don't come from a lot of money. I didn't have a lot of extra money whatsoever. I started with 20 shares. Now I have a lot more than that right now, but that's how much I started with. And I have GME as well, but that's because I played options pretty well. But yeah, it's just more accessible.
Have you ever considered getting out of AMC to go all in on McAfee antivirusware stock?
What stock is that?
John McAfee, the guy who just killed himself in jail.
John McAfee?
Yeah, it's just a joke. It's a bad joke. It's a really bad joke.
Yeah, no, I know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would never get out of AMC until it moons.
Yeah. What's the best way for someone to directly support you as an artist and as a YouTuber?
Come out to a concert when I start playing again. I'm already getting booked up, but come out to a concert, watch my YouTube videos, and follow me on Instagram.
How important is it for artists to have some level of passive income?
Oh man, that's the hardest thing about being an artist, just like having the money to survive at the end of the day and do your art. That's a big reason why there was a 4-year gap between my album Gallows and Safe House and Fragile Cinema, because I was just surviving. Like, when I was in college, I had all the time in the world. If people that are watching out there have never been to college is actually a breeze, especially when you're an alcoholic and drug addict. And so I had all the time in the world. And so all of my time was spent towards music. And then once I went to LA and I had to grow up a little bit and I was on my own, like, I was doing Postmates 12 hours a day. And like, at the end of the day, I didn't have much time. Like, I write very slowly. It takes me a long time to write music because I want it to be perfect every single time. And so, it's very important, but it's like, it's very difficult because it's a catch-22, because to be able to be a musician, you have to have money. But to have money, like, you can't be a musician because being a musician takes up your time and your energy. So I kind of just got lucky, man, and I hit on the right timing with this YouTube stuff, and it's afforded me more time to focus on music. So yeah.
What's it like being an overnight YouTube success?
I'm not an overnight YouTube success. I've been doing YouTube for 13 years, since 2008, since I was 16 years old. People might think it's overnight, but if they go back through my catalog and my multiple channels, they would realize it's not. You know, I've been working my tail off forever. But yeah, I understand people think I came out of nowhere, but no, it was a decade plus long grind. It feels good though.
How long have you been like monetized on there, or are you even monetized? Because it seems like you don't have sponsors and you're sort of maybe worry of selling out or something like that, maybe.
Well, I make enough money up. I am monetized on YouTube.
Okay. What
I
was
get
that process
offers.
like?
What's that?
What's the process like to get monetized on YouTube?
Well, right now you have to have 1,000 subscribers and you have to have 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months. And then you apply for it and they have to check out your stuff, make sure it's cool. And then you get approved. It's a really smooth and quick process.
Yeah.
I get offers all day long to promote stuff. Big money too, but I've turned down almost every single one. I accepted one offer, but that partnership I have since terminated.
Yeah.
So like I make enough on the ad revenue. I don't need to do the other stuff.
Steely Dan, yes or no?
No.
Why?
Why? Because I've never heard it.
Oh, really? Okay. Sopranos or The Wire?
Sopranos.
Hell yeah. Let's see. And then, so you didn't grow up in Los Angeles. Where did you grow up and that sort of
San
thing?
Diego.
San Diego. Do you visit there? Do you like it down in San Diego?
Yeah, I love SD. We go down there every once in a while. I love it, man. It's one of the greatest cities in the world. But me personally, I had to get out of town. I was getting into a lot of trouble with the law and with my family, so I just had to leave.
Would you like me to do an impression of you?
Go for it.
All right. That's all. That's all it is.
Oh my gosh, dude. Those are the exact glasses.
They are. What's the name of those glasses?
They're called Otados.
Otados. It's a good glass. I like it. What happened today? Like so AMC, first of all, AMC Bonds is trending on Twitter. Is that true?
Yes.
And was that all you're doing? It seems like you broke that sort of.
Yeah, I broke it, but I didn't write the DD. It was written by somebody else. And that individual and I were going back and forth, and everything made sense to me and everything checked out. And so I presented it last night, and I was talking about how they are doing this unlimited shorting loop through convertible bonds. I'm finding out today that maybe not all of it was accurate, and I am about the truth. So I pulled the video down as of right now.
Okay.
I'm going to do some research as soon as I get off, and we'll figure out what's true and what's not. When I was presented with the information, everything checked out. And I've consulted with multiple sources that know a lot more than I do, and they said it checked out too. So I'm confused right now, but I need to check it out. But at the very least, it at least stoked people to investigate further.
Yeah.
Okay. So at the very least, it did that.
And then today it seems like AMC and GME had the same chart.
Oh, it's the same stock, different ticker.
Yeah. It's very strange. How do you think they do that?
It's because it's the same institutions that are buying and selling it.
Yeah. Like dark pool trading, like a day like today when they're both down on no volume, it has to be some kind of dark pool thing, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like over half of our orders have been rerouted through the dark pool for the last like 3 or 4 months. That's not even like a hidden thing. Like everybody knows that, and it's so unethical because supply and demand should directly reflect the chart, and if it doesn't, then that's not a free market. And so yeah, it's not a fair market right now, but it will be. It will be.
Yeah. Are you in any other stocks that you are excited about, or is it mostly just AMC and GameStop?
All AMC and GameStop.
Interesting. Okay. There's like some others like that have crazy short interest, like COS and SoFi, that I'm in. And it's interesting that they're all just completely decimated whenever GameStop is down. Like they all follow the same kind of trends, but I guess we just touched on that. And okay, I guess last question. Um, what do you think of LA, and has it improved as you've been there? Do you anticipate staying there? That sort of thing. Like if the MOAS happens, are you going to stay in LA?
I don't know what I'm gonna do after the Moaz. I'm not sure where I'll go, but I love LA. It's my favorite city in the world. I've been here for almost 5 years, coming up now, and I love it, man. A lot of people don't, but like anything great in life, there's gonna be people with polarizing opinions on it, you know. So like, I love LA because it's so eclectic and it's so diverse, and there's people that speak every language in the world, and you can like LA is its own world in itself. It's so big, you know. You can go to Thousand Oaks and it looks like you're out in the country and like people have money out there. And then you can go to East Los and then there's graffiti on every wall. And you can go to Malibu and you like it's a whole world, and I love it. You know, it keeps things interesting.
Yeah, and you can go to Kohl's and get a French dip. Have you ever been there?
No, I've not.
Oh, it's really good. Downtown LA, old historical place where you can get a French dip sandwich, and it's fantastic. I used to live out
Nice.
there. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. This has been fantastic, and good luck to you.
Thank you,
Tough
Sean.
luck.
I appreciate it.
Adios.